TitleMatchNetwork.com.
Of your matches with the Rock and Roll Express.
Wow. Probably one of the best or top baby faces I've ever worked against. People would talk about the Mid-South, how tough Mid-South driving was, town to town. Nobody talks about how crazy the people are in Mid-South. I got Cajun Ragins down there, man. Gee, we'd be down in, I'll tell you a little story. Ray Hernandez,
right.
Hercules, was my partner. We're beating up the Rock and Roll Express in Houma, Louisiana. Brother, I finally had to tell Ricky, get up and beat the heck out of me. They were coming over the barricade at us. You know, I said, come, so I can get out of here, man. You know what I mean? So he comes up and starts making his roundhouse. Brother, we got through that crowd and got to the door, and somebody locked the heels dressing room. And, you know, when you're a heel, you get wild stuff happen.
Right.
First thing I did was grab the young little boy right there, and there was a window, and I put him right through the window. I said, please unlock this door. He unlocked that door, brother. We got in there, shot him through, and bolted that door, and they were coming through the doors. We just grabbed our bags, got in the car, and took off. I mean, back to those days, man, I mean, I had a van, $24,000 van, brand new van. I just got done beating up Jim Duggan. The next day, I stayed at the Sheridan. I beat him up in Shreveport.
Right.
Went down to Alexander, Louisiana. That's a 2-hour drive away. Stayed at the Sheridan. Came out the next day. My whole van, brand new, 24,000. One of them customized deals. You know, I thought I was big stuff too because I was young and everything. Sideswiped the whole thing, tore it out. I mean, the whole side of my van was ripped up. Now, that was wrestling back then. That's when you had the people. Now, you know, it's true entertainment now.
Right.
True entertainment. He's exposed it. Vince McMahon.
How about Jim Duggan? What are your memories of Jim Duggan?
Oh! Where's the 2x4, man? I mean, he can flip that thing up and catch it, not even have a splinter in his hand. I mean, you know, I'll tell you what. Jimbo is, I call him Jimbo because when I broke in this business, you know, like a lot of guys will tell you, you don't have no place to go. You don't know where to go, what to do. Jim took me into his house. I lived with him. And for this business, he's the greatest guy I ever met, man. I mean, he just, like the other night, I was just telling him when we were coming over here that he still gets the pops.
Oh, yeah.
You have Lance Storm out there memorizing this doggone speech he's got to do. He doesn't go off the top of his head. And you're watching Jim back in the background, and he's being Jim. Oh, and the whole place goes crazy.
Yep.
I mean, you know, and Lance Storm is trying to be, I'm a robot, and this is how we're going to do it tonight, instead of being yourself. In our business, that's where most of the money you made was being yourself. I mean, that's how what's his Giant Baba. All Japan became successful because he had different wrestlers being themselves, not robots. You know what I'm saying? That's why it was such a great territory to go to, because you go in there, be yourself, tear down the house. I mean, I go through wrapping people in the head with chairs, and they'd love it.
Right.
Please do it again. You know, they were asking, you know. So, Jim, hey, you know, they're still bringing him because he's a crowd pleaser.
Right.
You know, and I mean, he looks good, a little heavy right now, but I mean, you know, that's what happens when they put him in a position like that, you know. But he can cut a promo, brother.
Yep.
I can see him have a bad day and sit here and can't even think of everything. And he'll go outside and get a breath of fresh air, come back in, brother. He'll cut a promo, and I mean, dead shoot, you know.
Right.
And that's what the business needs, you know. Now it's just, they got them all reading papers and stuff. Use your charisma. Use your mind. You know, get into the people's mind. You think about this one here, the people's mind. Jake the Snake. When he tells the interview, brother, he wouldn't yell at you. He'd just sit there and talk to you calmly and be Jake the Snake. he was the top in interviews, brother. God bless him. I wish his life would turn around again. But you know, we saw that movie, Matt.
Beyond the Mat.
Beyond the Mat.
I won't get into that, but I'll just tell you my story about that guy. Whoever did that was pretty.
Barry Bonson.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty bad.
Right. Made him look really bad.
It really did.
Right.
I mean, why? Guy's gone down to stuff happens to him. Why do you want to expose him? You know.
Right.
But hey, we're talking about Dr. Death now.
TitleMatchNetwork.com